All right, y'all. I'm joined today by a very special guest. I am honored to have this guy on the channel. He's a trader. He is more than just a trader, guys, but we're going to focus today on the trading aspect. I would like to welcome, what's going on, Overflow Nexus, aka Catchy. What's going on, brother?
Man, I appreciate you having me on, brother. It's nice, it's an honor, it's a blessing to be here. And just contributing and giving back to the people that love crypto, love Christ. I love, to always help people in this space. Once again, my name is Catchy, Mr. Overflow. You can find me on Twitter on Overflow Nexus, Instagram at Overflow Nexus, and YouTube at Overflow Nexus. But thank you, brother, for inviting me on here. It's good to be here, and I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I saw your channel and I immediately was drawn to the fact that you also use blue and purple candles when you're trading. I'm like, man, we have a kindred spirit over here, knit together with the purple and blue. And I'm like, I got to check this guy's content out, man. Started looking at your channel. And so you are a trader, right? That's what you do pretty much. You've got other side hustles, but you are a trader, right?
Yes, sir. I've been trading since 2016. Got into crypto, well, trading 2015, got into crypto 2016. And, from there, it's been a blessing since. And, you know, investing, trading, and also other side hustles like personal training as well. But this is, focusing more on crypto and trading is mainly what I do. So, yeah.
Cool, man. Cool. So just quickly, give us a little quick introduction. Like how did you get into crypto and how did you get into trading? And then we'll take a look at the charts because I want to get your take on things. We definitely have a different style of trading, and I think it's always good to learn from a different perspective. So how'd you get into crypto in the first place?
Okay, so I'm gonna give you like a short, long story. So I was as you know, I was a personal trainer. And when I was personal training, a guy came up to me. He said, I just made $50 off my phone. I said, cool, what you do? And, he said, day trading. So, I asked him about it and he said, hey, let's meet up. So we met up at a Starbucks to get more involved in it. And then eventually he invited me to this event where there was a lot of day traders and young people, old people of all ages, day trading and learning how to invest. It was a network marketing company, and that's how I started getting into day trading. But then, I wanted to go further, and then crypto came across the way, and I said, oh, interesting, crypto. So when I got into crypto, it was around 2016, right before, the pump, happened, and then the crazy dump that happened.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, okay, I was very fresh and new to it. So I was like, okay, I'm in the right place. I just need to know what to do here and how to take advantage of what's going on, because I do know that money is changing. Money is going from, physical paper to digital. So it made sense to get into crypto during that time. So that's how I got into, crypto. And I'm happy that the Lord led me to crypto as well. So it's been a blessing since.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. It's been a blessing. I got into it right around that same time, around 2016. And so let's dig into the charts, man, because people are very uncertain right now. There's a lot of uncertainty in the markets. I'd say in my own trading Discord, there's kind of like a 50-50 sentiment. Some people are looking for much lower. Some people are looking that we've bottomed out. So why don't you show us the charts, man? Talk about the trade you're currently in right now, how you got into that, and then let's kind of get your view on where things are going right now.
All right. Yeah. So you guys, a lot of people don't trade this style, but this is the Japanese style of trading. It's called Ichimoku Kinko Hyo. It uses different lines. As you can see, it looks cluttered, but it's actually easier to read. What it translates to is equilibrium, one chart glance at equilibrium. So when you look at the chart, you could tell what the market's doing just by one glance, by reading certain aspects of the market. So when I use this, I'm using it to find the trend of the market and to understand what the trend is and how strong that trend is. So a trade that I took the other day was in this zone here. This is the red zone between these two levels, between 51K and 52K range. I was looking at this area because I said, if we can't push back into this level, or if we do break this level, we will most likely go higher up here, but we failed to do so. And when I saw that we failed to do so, I saw that we had divergence here at this level, which we had here. And let me go ahead and take it off so y'all can see it a little bit clearly. So we had divergence here that I saw, and I've been in the trade up here ever since, and I wrote it down to this level. Now the question is, can we hold here and make a recovery back to the upside? Or are we going to fall further down into this area? So that's what I'm looking at now. I'm trying to debate if the market's going to hold here or not. Going to a higher time frame, preferably the daily chart. Let's go to the daily. I am seeing that the market is, moving pretty strong to the downside right here as well. So this is what I'm seeing, this rejection off of this red line. So this red line is called the Tinkinson. The Tinkinson is the overall direction of the market, and the blue line is a secondary level of support. And then the final level of support will be the cloud here. So as long as this market is following this red line, we're pretty much in that direction of the market. So I see that we are holding this level. We haven't really broke above besides here, but we haven't really maintained position over above the red line, the Tinkinson. So I noticed that the market's still pushing lower. We've got a strong bearish engulfing candle right here. So market is still strong. And then you have this green line here, which is called the Chiku span, which is also moves with the market. It's 26 periods back. So if you notice here, it's underneath the cloud as well, and it's showing very strong momentum to the downside as well. And the last thing that I'm also noticing, there are still a lot of sellers in this space from what I'm seeing here.
What are you looking at right there? Is that CVD?
Yeah, this is the CVO. And this also, you could call it the CVD because I think it's commutative volume delta.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is what it is. I don't know why on trading views they call it the CVO, but hey, that's what it's called on here. But it works exactly the same. A lot of sellers are still in the space. So I'm still looking at the market making a move to the downside. And we'll see how market holds here though, because you never know. You saw in many rejections already here already. So I'm still looking bearish, just personally, my opinion. That's all I see. So until then, I'm still bearish. And then this indicator, the RCI, it's a Japanese indicator. Not a lot of people know about this.
Right.
You have to go to Japan, or you have to have someone teach you about it to get this or learn about it. But this is all saying that the market is very bearish right now. All three lines are bearish. So I am thinking that the market's going to move lower. But you never could go on just based off indicators. You have to go off price action, support and resistance, and also get an understanding on, the psychology of the market as well. So anything could happen at this point, but I'm a bear. I'm a yogi at this point.
You're a yogi bear right now. Interesting, bro. Yeah, man. So the way I actually found out about you is I was looking more into the Ichimoku style of trading because there's another channel I follow, Mango Research. Are you familiar with Mango Research?
I have heard of Mango. I haven't seen their content, but I have heard of Mango.
Yeah, they use this a lot, and I'm interested in it, right? Because I'm always looking for ways to expand my trading and just something else to give me more confidence. And so it's really interesting to see you use this. And I've never seen somebody use this in conjunction with that other oscillator you use, the RSC, it is?
Oh, yeah, RCI.
RCI. Yeah, very interesting, man. So how do you obtain your levels of support and resistance on the chart? Do you do it based off the cloud, or do you do it based off just your eye visually? Like, how do you do that?
So let me give you like a little breakdown. So what I will do, I'll take these off the chart just to, and use the brush right here. So there's different things I use. So I use the fractals first. These are the first levels that I use. Okay, I guess it's gonna come back on. So I use the fractals as support and resistance. Another thing that I use is also the flat levels on the cloud. Anywhere that's flat, you could use it as support and resistance on the cloud as well. So that is also something that I do, watch out for, and I do like to see those areas. If you notice that markets always usually come back to fractals, like we break a fractal right here, we come back to it eventually. And if it holds as support or resistance, You see, you have a trade right there as well. So, that's how I use Ichimoku. I don't just rely on it alone. I use other things to complement it and also to have more higher probability as far as getting in better results for trading with it.
Interesting, man. So those fractals there that you have on the chart, they're that's a separate indicator, correct?
Correct.
Very cool, man. Very cool. So what do you think? Like I know none of us know where the price is going to go, but you seem to not think we've bottomed out. What do you think is the lowest we're going to go? And do you think we're going to see Bitcoin under 30K?
Yes, and the crazy thing about that, I wanted to show you this because this is really what I'm seeing here, the monthly time frame, which is what a lot of people are not considering.
Is it the
And
bearish divergence?
yes, bearish divergence, but not just bearish divergence. There's something else. There's an M pattern here. All
Mm,
right. So we take Ichimoku off, and let's say we're just trading just bear charts. All right. This is where price was at. And, here, boom, we came back, made the neckline here. Boom, we're coming back up. The next question is, if we do break down lower here, we're going to come back down into the 29, 30K range level. And if we break that neckline, yeah, we're probably going to come back to the last all-time high at either 19, 20K range
right.
or break further down into this range. And that's what's scary right now, because a lot of people are not considering that, because in this space is, you have to think about, there's a lot of institutional investors, a lot of new money coming in, and big money does not want to buy at these absurd prices. They want to have people come in and so they could, liquidate them, get the market to drop. And some people are probably, taking out their money for Christmas, for the New Year's, getting ready for things or plans or whatever they may be investing their money in. But at this point, like looking at the market, a lot of big money wants to push this market down to get in at cheaper prices. So, you know what, if we could have Black Friday sales for crypto again, why not? It's a better time for all of us to, get in lower and make, profits there. So we'll see what happens. Like I said, you never know, but I am seeing that divergence here on the monthly, which
Yeah.
is why I'm cautious. And then also another thing, the RCI is starting to get bearish as well. We were starting to get bearish here, but it's really starting to show right here when this secondary blue line starts to come out of the 80 level. So I am going to watch this carefully, especially on the higher time frames, because it's the higher time frames will dictate where the market really goes and
Right.
where the market's heading, especially with that divergence there. So we'll see. You never know, man. You never know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna share my screen real quick because just to go along with like what you're saying, like with the possible bearish scenario. And I don't know if you've seen this, but here, let me see
Yeah,
if I
go
can
ahead.
share my screen here. Here we go. You can see this.
Yes, sir.
So if we go to like a higher time frame here, like maybe the weekly, and we just zoom out, not only do we have potential M pattern, but we've also got a rising wedge, man.
Mm.
And these are bearish patterns. And I've been looking at this chart and I've been inverting the scale, and I was just, if I saw this on any like altcoin chart, right, I would be waiting to buy the breakout of this wedge right here, especially since we got down here, massive bullish divergence. The
Right.
money flow is coming up. You could see money coming in. You could see momentum coming up. And it does look like we're just going to break out of this thing. And, as you're saying, if we come below this level here, I mean, what do we have? What do we have besides maybe a little bit of support, like right here,
Right.
Uh, but then, yeah, we're looking back down to that previous area, around like 19 or even lower. It is a little bit concerning.
Yeah.
I was listening to your live stream. I think it was 2 days ago. You were talking about how, people are calling this like the greatest wealth transfer in history, right? You were mentioning that, right?
Yes, I was mentioning that.
And it's like, yeah, that might be true, but but we don't know how they're planning to do it. You know,
Exactly.
it might they might want to get everybody to FOMO in and then drop the price so everyone loses everything, and then pump it back up once everyone's out of the game. So that's why I always say, you know, it's important as traders that we're prepared for upside and downside. And you know, do you are you more of a swing trader? Are you more of a day trader, a scalper? Like, what's your thing, bro?
Okay, so when I started trading, I started out as a scalper because I can't I wasn't patient enough yet. I was so green. I said, no, I'm not into, waiting. But then, but
Yeah.
but then I realized, like, well, patience is a fruit of the spirit. So let me learn how to swing trade. So from when I first started, I was a scalper, but now I'm more of a swing/day trader. I'm more of a swing trader because I like to wait for the big moves.
Yeah.
I don't like to, because Ichimoku was designed for big trends, which I love. Like, you could hold a trade for like 3-4 weeks, maybe even a month. I think the longest I held a trade for was like almost a whole entire month, and I took only 2 trades for the month and made, my rent in plus. So, it's all about the quality trades. It's not about quantity. It's all about quality,
Yeah.
and I like quality trades. So yes, swinging. We're swinging. We swing for the fences here.
That's good, man. I used to be primarily a swing trader, but now that I have a YouTube channel and a Discord group, I basically do this now, so I have more time to day trade and stuff. But you know, I was telling you before about the bot that we're working on that will basically trade your plans for you. So I'm stoked on that.
Oh
But
yeah.
cool, man. You know, I definitely like your style of trading. I'm interested in learning more about it. You know, um, so what do you think though? Do you think there's a possibility that we could bottom out? Like, do you think all the hopes and dreams of 100K are like out the window? I mean, what is your honest opinion? Like, because I honestly I don't know, right? I like to think we're going to 100K eventually. I like to think we're going to range between 40 and 60K for a while and just kind of lose all that volatility. You think
Hmm.
there's any hope for us bulls?
So I would give you, like, everybody knows I do not hold back about my thoughts and my opinions when it comes to the market, or I always tell my ideas and my thoughts when it comes to the market. I'm not shy about it. Me personally, I love the idea of market going higher, but I always look at everything, because if you notice, people are people of habit. People are people of wanting things quick, simple, easy. Bitcoin is not simple and easy. The transfer time, the money it costs. Like, think of the gas fees for Ethereum, and how crazy those prices are. I think it's going to come down to the point when this space is finally regulated. People are going to take note of the gas fees, the fees for Bitcoin, and I think Bitcoin will eventually, start to, fall down. Have we bottomed? I don't think we have yet, personally.
Mhm.
Will we hit 100K, within this year? No. Will we do it next year? Possibility. But there has to be an influx of new buyers coming into the market. The market always moves off supply and demand, which we know is economics 101. Supply and demand moves market. Is there demand there? Yes, but for people that are already in the space, people that are not new, there's no demand there. So they need to create a demand for Bitcoin, whether that is, crashing the financial market that we currently have, or whether that is going to be people, saying, what, I just need to make money, throw their money into it, FOMO in. So personally, I don't think we bottomed yet.
Mm.
I also think institutional investors want to push the prices down and just sucker people into the market. That's just my personal opinion. Now, can we hit those crazy prices that we all believe? Well, of course. Bitcoin has proven time and time again. No one thought it was going to hit 20K. No one thought it was going to go past that. Look where it hit. It almost hit 70K on its first real bull run after it broke the first all-time high. So who's to say that it won't do that again?
Right.
So, long term, I don't know. But it is something that we have to really be vigilant to pay attention to, pray about it, and look at see how things go. Because I'm pretty sure the Lord can give us the answer, because He always said, "Acknowledge me in all thy ways, and He shall direct our path." So if we are acknowledging Him in even crypto, we don't just acknowledge Him in your everything. Acknowledge Him in everything. That's even in your investments as well. So looking at our investment, I think we shouldn't acknowledge Him. Where do the prices go? Because you heard my story, how I told you that I sold all my XRP 3 weeks before the market fell. And I prayed about, the Lord told me sell all my XRP 3 weeks before the market crashed. So you never know, man. You just never know. So I do think that at this time, I don't think we have bottomed out personally. I do think there is still some room to the downside, but do I believe that we can hit those prices in the future? Of course, of course.
Cool, man. Yeah, I'm glad to hear you say that. And it is so true. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will direct your paths. Proverbs 3, 5 and 6 is a good scripture to live by. And it's true. Like it says also in the scripture that it's the Lord, He gives us the power to acquire wealth. And really, it's interesting, not interesting, but it's important for me, at least, to always keep in the forefront of my mind that everything I have is not from me, right? The Lord is the owner of everything, and He promises that if we put Him first, then everything else will just fall into place. And I know I'm sure you've probably struggled with this too, but as a trader, as somebody who is obsessed with the charts, it's so easy to put trading first, man. And easy for things to get off balance, right? Yeah. Cool, man. Well, I'm definitely glad to have you on the channel, bro. Appreciate your sorry for this water in the background. I forgot. I got a hydroponic system down here in the basement. I forgot to turn it off before the but yeah, would love to have you back on sometime. Would love to do another collab. Let people know, where can they find you? How can they get in contact with you? Where's your social media and all that good stuff?
Man, I'm on all social medias, guys. So you can find me on Twitter at Overflow Nexus. You can find me on Instagram at Overflow Nexus. You can find me on YouTube at Overflow Nexus, and I'm also on TikTok at Overflow Nexus. And each platform is going to be a little different from all of the other ones. So TikTok's going to be more for scripture and comedy and a little charts. Live stream is going to be on Twitch and YouTube, and Twitter is mainly for speaking and talking with people and speaking what I think's going on with the market. So that's where you can find me if you're interested. Hope you guys check me out. I love to speak with people. I love to interact with people, especially on the live stream. I'm pretty interactive. I always read the chat box, and like to speak and talk about vast variety of topics. So check me out. Appreciate you, man. You
Cool.
blessed me.
Cool, man. Appreciate having you on. And by the way, do you have any educational material on trading Ichimoku?
That is because I'm actually almost finished writing my course. Actually, I think I'll be done with it by the end of this week. It's just putting a lot of detail into it, because a lot of things get misconstrued when studying Ichimoku. I do teach it on my live streams as well sometimes, and I am putting out content as far as day trading content on Ichimoku on my channel as well. So yes, I will have that. I will keep in touch on that course, and let people know when it's going to come out officially.
Awesome. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out Nexus Overflow over on his channel. Peace, y'all, and God bless.
Peace. God bless.